I won't go a day without taking Balance of Nature.
Start now by going to
Stop
balanceofnature.com and don't forget to
resizing.
use discount code LOVE.
I formulated Balance of Nature with study and research. When I
Stop
started in
resizing the
school,
map
I was
this
taught
much.
every isolated chemical has an effect and a side effect. And your job as a doctor is to balance the side effects with the benefits. With fruits and vegetables, there are no
Why?
negative side effects. If you're looking for
It's
the best,
getting
simplest step you can take
too
to change
big.
your health,
It's
the
getting
best
too
one I know is
big.
Balance of Nature.
Start now by going to balanceofnature.com and don't forget to use discount code LOVE.
The majority of my patients with sensitivity, I see irritated gums and weak enamel.
By the way, I'm
Sensitivity, gum and
record.
enamel. Relief sensitivity helps restore gum health and rehardens enamel. I'm a big advocate of recommending things that I know work.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
I'm Javi. I'm 31 and I'm a fitness instructor. I saw myself in the photograph and we were all smiling and I looked closer and I was like, that's what everybody sees. I'm back and I got Botox Cosmetic. The lines were so prominent, it's all I saw in the photograph. So now when I take photos and I see myself in photos, it's me. I just have fewer lines.
Botox Cosmetic is FDA approved to temporarily make frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better. The effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away. Difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Do not receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle and nerve condition, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card earns 2% cash back on what you want, like a vintage turntable, so you can get back into buying nice choice. And 2% cash back on what you need, like a new needle for your record player. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. That's real life credit.
After my job accident, my attorneys now at the Barnes firm settled my case for 11 times more than insurance said they would pay. What's your case really worth? Call now. Find out.
When you're struggling, soon becomes bigger, becomes someday, becomes better. Don't wait. Reach out.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
That does it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow from Selma, Alabama at 5 p.m. Eastern, following the 58th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. I will march over the Edmund Pettus Bridge alongside President Obama. Then on Politics Nation, I will host Keisha Lance Bottoms, senior White House advisor, as well as Martin Luther King III, Congresswoman Terry Sewell, and the Reverend Jesse Jackson. American Voices with Alicia Menendez starts right now on MSNBC.
Thank you so much, Reverend Shelton. Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia Menendez. We begin this hour with breaking news showing Donald Trump's stronghold on the Republican Party on full display at the Conservative Political Action Conference, also known as the CPAC. In the last hour, Trump won the CPAC stronghold with 62% of the vote, while the governor Ron DeSantis winning 20% of the vote. At this hour, Trump is speaking to the fired-up crowd at CPAC. For 4 more years, Trump in the White House. We will show you Trump's comments live. Producers are listening, so you don't have to. You're welcome. For the past 2 years, Trump has turned the once must-attend conservative conference into the Trump Show, centered on his brand of divisive politics. But it's not just Trump. His allies are using CPAC to build their case against any Republican opposition.
Don't fall for the primary stuff. You have really good and decent people. Governor DeSantis, Mike Pompeo, Tim Scott. You have Nikki Haley. That's all fine. It's not relevant. We don't have time for on-the-job training for a man that gave us 4 years of peace and prosperity. We need a president that is not owned by other people. There's a reason the billionaire class, even the billionaire conservative news class, wants someone other than Trump. It's because they want someone that needs them to take their call.
Donald Trump keeps on fighting. That's right. I talk to him all the time and he goes, what choice do we have? What choice do we have? We have to keep on fighting. He knows the clock is ticking right now, and if we don't stand up and save America at this pivotal moment, there will be nothing left to save. Convention proving to be a tough crowd for Trump's opponents. Trump supporters jeering GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley this weekend, chanting Trump 2024. She posed for selfies. New NBC News reporting Newsco was seeing tense and hostile offers early hints of how Trump's most fervent supporters will clash with the candidates who run against him for the GOP nomination in 2024. And it underscored how CPAC, once the premier event for celebrating conservatism, has shrunken into a forum to celebrate Trump while entertaining his fans with a clue of not the delights. The enthusiasm for Trump might explain why Florida Governor Ron DeSantis snubbed CPAC this year. DeSantis instead hoping to make gains with conservatives who don't mind Trumpism, they just prefer it without Trump as the leader of the movement. This weekend, DeSantis and other potential 2024 candidates are attending a donor retreat hosted by the conservative group Club for Growth. This donor class pivoting away from Trump, not because he's too extreme. Instead, they're afraid he can't win the general election. Joining me now from CPAC in National Harbor, Maryland, NBC correspondent Vaughn Hilliard. Vaughn, talk to me about what it is you're seeing there.
Well, to give you an idea here, this is a crowd that, upon mention of Mitch McConnell's name here, gave a robust move here. Donald Trump is on stage here as we speak. He is capping off this weekend of CPAC, in which you have seen a list of allies of his take the stage. I mean, notably, just look this afternoon, you had Warren Boebert, you had Mike Lindell, and Jair Bolsonaro, who I actually, in the first American TV interview, just caught up with him just a few moments ago, and you'll recall losing his election in Brazil, he spewed election conspiracies, not unlike that of Donald Trump, and ultimately, in early January, about 2 months ago, supporters of his descended on the Capitol, and images that closely reflected that of what Americans watched unfold in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. He is
Where's their mom? You!
Supreme Court. I asked him if he will return to Brazil. He's been living in Florida since leaving Brazil. He told me that he will return to Brazil this month and would potentially, if charges were to be brought against him as part of the investigation, he sort of demurred when I asked whether he would stay in Brazil and face those charges. But I bring that up because that is an individual who spoke just about 2 hours ago here. He has been an ally of Donald Trump, and you have seen perhaps the biggest response from this crowd to his appearance before the 45th president took the stage. I actually also just had the chance to partake in a quick interview with Trump just before he took the stage here. And I asked him about Ron DeSantis here. There's a lot of folks that I've talked to who suggested they wish that they had a Trump DeSantis ticket. I said, why not make him your VP? And he didn't take any direct shots at Ron DeSantis, and he did not play along with that question. I said, why should folks not look at him as sort of the future of the Republican Party? And he said that folks should look at his record. So sort of not playing hardball here. But I want to let you listen to some of the supporters here because I think you'll understand
Where do I go? Where you are now?
About his position, not only if you look at the polls, but you talk to attendees like these one that we talked to. Take a listen. Who do you got in 2024?
Okay, so
wait and see. You're not a definite Trump.
where do I belong? Where you are now?
What do you make of Ron DeSantis, Mike Pence, not coming here to see back? And that'll give you an understanding. That gentleman, Bill, was one of the few individuals, at least, we talked to, who said he was not a definite Trump supporter yet. When asked about the likes of Ron DeSantis, Mike Pence, you heard his own words. He wasn't too
I'm gonna be right back. I
always love seeing you, but I gotta tell you, I'm extra.
I'm gonna be right back.
I have to see you on what I am told is your birthday. Very happy birthday to you, Vaughn Hilliard, if that is in fact the case. Indeed, Vaughn Hilliard, as always, happy birthday. Thanks for being with us. I want to bring in New York Congressman Representative Jamal Bowen. Thanks so much for being here with us. I mean, you just started off, but let me add some of like the panel discussions that they've had. It's just in the titles. Finish the wall, build the dome. They stole it from us legally. True stories of January 6th. Fighting back against fake news and sacking the woke playbook. I mean, this is. I love that you like had a case of the giggles throughout the entire opening.
What is this country? Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Ew. Bang.
It's serious because
What?
they're dangerous. You know, if people buy into their rhetoric and their ideology, we saw the outcomes of that with the January 6th insurrection that Trump nurtured and flamed.
What is this country?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
So they're very dangerous, and we should take them very
Hey,
seriously.
Can.
However, the American people are moving away from MAGA each and every day. They're moving away as we speak. We saw that by
Hey,
backing
Can
the
owner.
red wave in this midterm election, and we see many more young people engaged, many people of color engaged. Voters who usually aren't a part of the political process are getting involved. So the American people is demanding and wanting something different than what's happening there at CPAC. That is dysfunction. That is chaos. That's much of what's happening in the House, where you saw McCarthy needing 14 votes to become Speaker. The Republican Party has become the party of chaos and dysfunction.
I'm gonna shut down the server. Rejoin after shutdown.
And the cornucopia of concessions that he made in order to claim that gavel. I think
The new update is here.
Ron DeSantis
No.
is not at CPAC and is instead at Club for Growth. And I think it's interesting that DeSantis gets painted as this alternative to Trump. And we try to be really clear on the show. He is an alternative to Trump in the sense that he is not Donald Trump, but he is still promoting a lot of Donald Trump's policies. You had a debate about this on the steps of the U.S. Capitol. I want to take a look.
It's cool to have two people in my state that can be president. I don't know about it. I don't know what I'm gonna say though. That's all I'm saying. He could be president. Who knows? DeSantis. Man, DeSantis doesn't have a shot. 45.
For some reason, Nepal sinks into the ground.
That, of course, Florida Republican Byron Donalds. I feel like that's the podcast America did not know that it needed. But I do think it's important to articulate the alternative is not necessarily the alternative as you may think it is. It is an alternative in terms of whether or not you believe he can win.
Well, DeSantis is a bit more polished. He's more strategic. This decision not to go to CPAC, but to be where he is a strategic decision. He's smarter and more experienced within the political realm. So again, we have to take him very seriously. However, you know, when you are supporting bills like a Don't Say Gay bill, when you're looking to ban African American history from AP courses, and much of your other rhetoric, that's not what America is all about. That's not what America wants. That may be good for Florida, and I even question that, but it's not what the country wants by and large. When you contrast that to President Biden's record, you know, passing 3 bipartisan pieces of legislation after an insurrection, during a global pandemic, helping to open schools, to get people back into school safely, the vaccine implementation, shots into arms, capping insulin costs at $35 a month. You know, we have real results to run on for President Biden and as a party, and historic investments in the Inflation Reduction Act, so that we can go big on dealing with the issue of climate change. We have real results and real outcomes from a president that people try to make fun of his age and all of that. But we're in Washington getting things done as a Democratic Party.
It strikes me this was a Read Across America week, as in my daughter's classroom. You went back to your educator roots and put together a reading list for Ron DeSantis, and I am curious what is on there.
So How to Be an Anti-Racist is one book, White Fragility is another book, and another book is about learning kindness in kindergarten. And that's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but the point is I'm an educator. I was in education for 20 years. I was a middle school principal for 10 years, and working hard and being nice is all you need to do to be a good student and to be a good person and to be a good elected official. And what we see from Ron DeSantis and Trump and others is this vitriol towards certain communities, the transgender community, the African American community, the Latino community, many others, anti-woman legislation, etc. That's what we continue to see from that party. And the reason why we introduced the African American History Act is to make sure that we remind people that African American history is American history, and in order for America to reach its full potential and the ideals of our democracy, we have to learn about everyone's history. So while they're trying to divide and use fear-mongering tactics and lies and misinformation, we are bringing people together across race, across class, across religion to reach the ideals and unlock the potential of our country.
First, I'm going to make you stay with me because I have questions for you about insulin, about the affordability agenda coming up. This week, millions lost a crucial extra benefit that helped keep them fed. Why it happened and what can be done about it. Also ahead, President George Santos officially under investigation by the House Ethics Committee. What does accountability truly look like for this level of lying? And later, an NBC News exclusive regarding migrant child labor in this country. We'll take you through our years-long investigation that is almost over. But first, Richard Boone with the other big stories we're tracking this hour on MSNBC. Richard?
Alicia, good day to you. A tanker truck crashed and burst into flames on a highway in Maryland, killing the driver. That fire spread to 3 homes and several vehicles. No other injuries reported. The fire department saying there is no risk to the public. Thousands took to the streets in Israel again today, protesting the government's plan to overhaul the country's court system.
Infinity Stand Up.
Okay. Israel saying 4 people were detained in Tel Aviv today for allegedly attacking in that situation, attacking police officers. And self-help author and spiritual advisor Marianne Williamson announced she's running for president again in 2024. Williamson kicked off her campaign at a train station in Washington, D.C. today. She is currently the first candidate to enter the race for the Democratic nomination. President Joe Biden strongly hinted he will run for re-election. More American Voices right after the break.
When you shop Wayfair Spring Savings, you get deals so big, we'll have you saying, am I a big deal? Because it's a big deal when you get a big deal. Wayfair deals so big that you get a big head.
Now my favorite country.
This big, you can get your dream sofa for half the price. Shop Wayfair Spring Savings now through March 6th. Wayfair, you purchase what I need.
Second mate, wish me luck, buddy. Wow, Mission Control. We have a denture problem. Over. Roger that. With Polygrip cleanser and Polygrip adhesive, we're fresh and secure for any closing count.
If your milk could talk, you would ask for it.
Polygrip is Polygrip.
How do I put on? With a little help. And to support my family's immune health, I choose Airborne. Unlike some others, Airborne gives you vitamin C and so much more. It's an 81 immune support formula. Airborne. Do more. My cholesterol is borderline. I figure I can worry about it or do something about it. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol naturally. It's odor and taste free with guaranteed potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with garlic.
Time to slip in. Alrighty up. Get this right. Looking good, dog. He said, how did you do all this? Sketches, baby. Shoes made from all with the Verizon Private 5G network, Associated British ports can now
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
passing through your UK port every year. Don't just connect your business. Make it even smarter. We call this enterprise intelligence. ADT systems now feature Google products like the Nest Cam with Floodlight, with intelligent alerts when a person or a familiar face is detected. So you have a home with no worries. Brought to you by ADT.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Strong Plus. Not another pill upsetting my stomach. I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Strong Plus, it's good medicine.
Allergies don't happen scary. Lucky allergy headaches fast with new Flonase headache and allergy relief.
2 pills relieve allergy headache.
And just sugar causes it. Flonase headache and allergy relief. All good.
You can't prove that.
It may be bad, but we're so good at it.
Bring your own
this movie today with Files on Demand.
My attorneys now at the Barnes firm settled my job accident case for 65 times more than insurance said they paid. Glad I called.
After a car rented me, my attorney brought the Barnes firm got me $800,000.
Is your case worth more than the insurance company says? Call us. You might be surprised.
I called. My case was worth $100,000.
What's your case really worth? Call now and find out.
I did not accept the shocking de-evolution of Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani had to associate himself with powerful people in order to get the kind of access to power that he craved.
He's like the mafia bagman for Donald Trump.
Sorry to bring that inaccurate education up to reach the surface line. He sounded like an officer. What I did for New York, Donald Trump will do for America. But that is true.
There are millions of other Americans who do not or are not on Medicare, including 200,000 young people with type 1 diabetes that need this insulin to stay alive. Let's finish the job this time. Let's cap the cost of insulin for everybody at $35.
State of the Union demand from the president finally met. This week, drug maker Eli Lilly announced it will cap out-of-pocket costs for insulin at $35 per month. Huge news for millions. More drug makers could follow suit. President and Democrats now on a mission to make more happen. Millions of Americans could certainly use that help. Like SNAP benefits, a pandemic-era program that provided additional monthly help to hungry families coming to an end. And while the pandemic has passed, high prices at the store have only gotten higher. It's truly a double whammy for those struggling. Here's what a single mother of 6 told our NBC's Tasha Burns. What do you think about when you go to bed at night?
It's going to be okay for the next week.
It's going to be okay.
In Washington, who are making these decisions, what do you want them to understand about the
We really are struggling out here. So please just consider, think about the children, mostly children.
Congressman Jerome Goldman is back with me and joining us regularly. Barbara co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign and president of Repairers of the Breach. According to the nonprofit No Kid Hungry, 9 million kids live in food insecure homes. 9 million. How much do these extra benefits help relieve that reality?
What we have learned through the pandemic relief is that actually when you invest, you can actually lower poverty. You know, when we started the pandemic, we had 140 million people living in poverty. We went down to 112 because the programs are now a lot of programs are ending, so the numbers are going back up. And the great tragedy of this nation right now is that 52% of our children are living in poverty, and more than 43% of our adult population, and it doesn't have to be that way. This is one of the reasons why we have been saying that we need to have living wages. We've not raised the minimum wage in this country for 13 years. 13 years. We've seen work go up. We've seen tax cuts for corporations. We have not seen an investment in the lives of poor and low-wealth people, and that is a travesty. It creates an impoverished democracy. And at the same time, here in Selma, the same forces that have blocked voting rights and suppressed the voting rights, we've not seen the Voting Rights Act restored in 10 years. So in 10 years, no Voting Rights Act, 13 years, no living wages. We can do better than that. We must do better than that as a nation and as a country. We cannot continue to accept the reality. And in the South, lastly, in the South, there's not a state in the South that's under 40% poor or wealthy. Not one state in the South. That does not have to be. It can be changed through policy, and it must be changed through policy.
So one of the reasons I always love talking with the Reverend is because he does what he just did there, where he connected the dots and said, when you talk about SNAP, when you talk about his benefits, it's also actually connected to voting rights. It's actually connected to whether or not people have the ability to express their frustrations to their representatives without barriers, without additional hurdles. Americans right now are caught up in the affordability crisis. We're talking about that's one piece of it. Talk about childcare, talk about housing. I mean, how is that mom of 6 making ends meet?
She's not. And what's so frustrating about these things, one,
Tupac Shakur, we got money for wars but can't feed the poor. We can give tax breaks to the wealthiest among us, but we can't extend the child tax credit, which is something we were pushing to do last Congress and something that was stopped by Democrats in the Senate. If we're the wealthiest nation on earth, we have levels of inequality that rival the Gilded Age. If we were to pass the Build Back Better Act, which we were looking to pass last term that was stopped by Democrats, we would have pretty much universal child care. We would have extended the child tax credit. One of the first bills that we fought for when I got to Congress was a federal minimum wage of $15 an hour. There are places in this country where the minimum wage is $7 an hour. How can you live on that? Housing should be a human right. It should be a human right. We should have a home for everyone. Instead, we have housing caught up in the marketplace. And that's why we don't have enough stock and people can't find a home. And then many people, they're paying upwards of 50% of their salary towards housing costs, utility costs. We introduced a bill, the Emergency Price Stabilization Act, to deal with the issue of price gouging from corporations, because that's what this is. This is price gouging from corporations. We also introduced the Heating and Cooling Relief Act so we could bring utility costs down to 3% of the person's salary. So this is a crisis. And Republicans, they don't want to deal with any of this. They want to cut so-called SNAP, they want to cut Social Security, they want to cut things like that while giving tax breaks to the wealthy. And this is why we need Democrats to take back control in 2024. And we need to grow our numbers in the Senate, because that's the only way we're going to be able to meet the needs of the American people.
Your family. There is a psychological cost to wondering whether or not you'll be able to do that for the people you most love. And there are people all across this country who are living with the psychological strain.
I believe the 10% that President Xi.
Surgery is a whole lot more extreme than mine. So, that's in itself a whole lot more nerve-wracking.
When you think about like all the possibilities of what could go wrong, and when you think of how serious her health is, like how the condition of her health and how serious those conditions are.
I don't know what I do without my answer.
I don't know about it.
Yeah, you gotta do something with your
Yes. It's nerve-wracking. The whole damn situation. To sit here and wait. Hurry up and wait. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up? Let him go. He's alright. Come here, monkey. Where you going? You're silly. We haven't heard nothing yet.
What are we doing?
I'm just not virtuous, I'm not a patient person.
I'm not either.
It'd be nice if we could tell the future and know everything's gonna be alright.
Yeah, we've been waiting on Dr. Smith to come in for 2 hours. Dr. Smith set a date, an hour and a half to do the surgery. I'm starting to wonder if he had some kind of complication. He had that little thought in the back of your head. Well, what's going on? Because he said he should be out of there by now. Now she's Dr. Smith's been God.
Thank God. Thank God. Hold on, mine's going decent tomorrow.
A little bit small. You,
Wait, hold on a second. Why is the decent amount gone?
1,000-pound sisters, Tuesday at 9 on TLC.
Hold on, why is a decent amount of them gone? Well, I don't think it even matters.
I'll show the devil whose balls. Need an upgrade. Sundays at 8 on Discovery.
Hey there, girls. Let's be simple. To concealer. To conceal, depuff, and care. And try Simply Ageless. I really love the 1925 style of Craftsman. I think that one is my favorite.
You know, I keep thinking about it. It's $240,000. It's just nice. I had the stainless steel.
It was great.
And it's a great backyard. Location. It's not bad.
I mean, I know we
I
are.
don't trust you. You have cute in your name.
Way over the budget.
There was absolutely nothing that we needed to know.
Well, $240,000. It's a lot, you guys. At the end of the day, I have a table. I'm gonna have some fun. What do you guys feel about that bungalow? It's $215,000. It's a little over our budget.
It was okay. It has a nice firm feel. I'll give it that. It's very cute looking.
The neighborhood is great. You know, all the rooms are equally sized. I don't like the upstairs.
I mean, the kitchen wasn't upgraded. It was very outdated. It was white, old white cabinets.
I say a 2-story bungalow. I mean, like a kitchen. We can renovate it. And it's fast. The location, beautiful.
And it does have everything that we need as far as space. Alright, so can we tell Tabitha? We got it all.
Yeah, this fits all the way down. I mean, you think we can pick it up or something? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. So we moved it about a week ago.
So far, we've changed out some fixtures, done some really good cleaning, and try to find a place for everything.
At the end of the day, I didn't need my ranch, but we did kind of fall under budget a little bit. The listing price was $215,000, and we got it for $195,000. So I'm really happy with that. That's kitchen stuff.
And it's getting a little unpacked.
What I like about the home is that it just makes sense for everybody. We all get our own space, our own privacy. We can be close to each other, but also stay out of each other's way. I guess your space.
Yeah, let's make it bleed.
Even more excited when we get this kitchen renovated. Definitely compromise on the ugly kitchen.
So we do plan on doing renovations in the future.
Hopefully that will happen sooner than later, but for now I can work around it. It feels great to be living on our own for the first time and just starting a new life.
The house hunting process was very challenging.
There, now it's actually bleeding. There, now it's actually bleeding.
I am very nervous about it.
Oh my god, your hair. It's actually bleeding. Oh my god, your hair is actually bleeding. Whatever. Oh my god, your hair is actually bleeding. Look, look, your hair, it hurts, it hurts. Rainer, can you give me the Yugoslavian texture?
But even a fixer will be hard to find in their
Well, why wait?
Take it all in.
But first I got...
This is more than just a fixer-upper, but it's going to require a lot of work. For the budget we're in right now, that's what you're going to find in Los Angeles.
Will it prove to
So,
be too
people on recognized states in this game. Oh, and by the way, if you want to play, then link is in the description. Now, I just gotta tell everyone that I'm recording. I'm recording. Your hair. I'm recording. I'm recording. Ah, my hair is red. Hair. It's gotta be. Ash, please. Gay.
I think we're done.
You're playing more. Now is green.
And I am the director of licensing for a record label.
Cool. Let's get it one more time. We met at
Heck.
Music. I was working as a tutor at the time. I was a student as well. And one day, this lovely lady walked in the door.
Now it's Georgian. Are you painting my hair?
I would like for you to take me out to dinner. And
No.
college, Carla and Miguel moved to the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. Right now we live in a townhouse. It's a little bit under 1,000 square feet. So it's small.
It's tight.
It's tight. I need to change my legs so badly, like, especially with the bathroom situation. Leo was a starter.
My hair is a country hair,
Shared walls.
and now it's Armenian.
Family home. That's how I grew up. I feel
Now your hair is Armenian.
there's not a
Now
lot
your
of
hair is Armenian.
I'm looking for more of a traditional style, so I don't
Now
want
your
the
hair is
feel
Armenian.
of a modern home. I like the A-frame.
Wow, look at how Armenian her hair is.
But still
Bro,
modern.
one of
I
you
really
just
like
makes me
kind of
want to
when
cry.
you're style with the clean lines, not too much decoration, just simple design.
How did you change my hair to colors? I'm not.
I like
How
the
did you change my hair to colors? I'm not.
I guess we can
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not. I'm not. I'm definitely not. Then who is this? I don't know. Hacker, I think. I don't know. Hacker, I think.
3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms or more for sure.
By the way, the
I
link
would like to
in,
have
of the
a big
game is in the
updated
description.
kitchen. That's my dream. And I
And
would
comments.
totally
Oh,
because that means more parking.
yeah. Oh, see ya!